So I stopped filming my last week in my life vlog on Wednesday, and it's Friday today, and I thought to myself, I've got a pretty social weekend coming up. I got family coming tonight for dinner for Chinese New Year. Gong Si Fa Choi for any of my amazing followers that are celebrating as well. And I thought, why don't I film this? Because hey, it's a little bit more interesting than watching me behind the computer. I'm going to be prepping a bunch of recipes from my own website for tonight. We're grilling, so I've got my burgers, I've got my ground chicken burgers, and also my grilled chicken thighs, and also I've got some salmon. So I think we're going to bake my baked salmon recipe. I can't even speak today. So we've got all of that happening, and I thought, let's film it starting now. We are going to start with my grilled boneless chicken thighs recipe, but with a twist. We're actually going to make my chicken thigh marinade because I have 1 kilo of chicken thighs here. These are boneless and skinless, so I'm going to make the marinade a little bit more on the saucier side. Lots of garlic, honey, olive oil, and soy sauce. But first, I am going to eat some chocolate because I found this in the fridge when I was getting the chicken out, and I'm actually really curious because I feel like this is very controversial, but I love chocolate that is from the fridge. I feel like it tastes better, especially if it's like dark chocolate, which this is, Lindt with roasted almonds. But I know many of my friends, many of my family that think it is sacrilegious to do that. So, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do you eat your chocolate from the fridge or room temperature? So I've just prepped the chicken, and look, there's like 1 piece left, so I feel like I need to have it. But in my last vlog, I feel like I need to say my first proper vlog that isn't a recipe video. I showed you my treadmill like walking pad that is under my desk, which is also got a standing desk on it, so it doesn't look very visually appealing at all. But I mentioned that I use that not really for exercise. I mean, it's good to get your steps in every day. But the reason why I use that is because I get distracted very easily. But I found that the best way for me to be able to concentrate, to get my writing done, get some like photo editing done, get all that sort of stuff done is to walk at the same time. So because in my mind I need to do 2 things at once, walking on that trackpad is one of the things. And the second thing is me writing. But yeah, so that has been an absolute game changer in terms of being productive. And I highly recommend, if any of you guys are like me and can't sit still for more than 5 minutes and do one task at a time, get one of these walking pads. I will link in the description which one that I have. It is super affordable. I use it every single day. And my steps are going up, which is always a bonus, but I'm super productive with that. So that is my explanation for why I use that. And yeah, I'm actually really curious if you are a morning person or a night owl. Like, I'm very much a morning person, so I feel like my productivity window is like 6:30 till 8:30, and that's when I do most of that walking. Then I usually have breakfast, I might work out in the gym, and then I'm productive again for a couple of hours while I have my coffee. That is a very, very important point. I need to have coffee after that, and then I'm productive again for a couple of hours. Anyway, so I prepped that chicken just then. I feel like I went on a massive spiel. I prepped that chicken just then, and now I am going to do a little bit of work, tidy up, and then prep the chicken burgers, and then everyone will come around 7. So much for me wanting to film everything. I feel like when people slowly start coming, you just kind of get in the zone of making stuff and not really filming. So I admire vloggers that can film everything all the time. Anyway, I showed you some of the food that is prepped. I'm so bad at doing charcuterie boards. My sister, she does them really well, and she's like, let me come and do it, but she's running late. So I was like, I'm gonna do it, and I probably should have waited for her. I realized that I'm gonna make a big ciabatta garlic bread, which is so good. I will have to actually film a TikTok for it because it is super delicious and super easy. But I also realized that we've got a lot of bread. Brioche buns, always a must for burgers. Whole wheat hamburger buns, sourdough, and the olive bread over there. So lots of stuff. I did the smashed potatoes, there's a lamb in the oven, and the grill is on. Should I get some breakfast? Come on. Keep your seat. Good boy. So just got back from the market, went and got a coffee, took Cupie to the dog park, which was really cute. There were lots of dogs there today. And yeah, I picked up a few things from the market and also from the grocery store because tonight one of my mates is having like a barbecue sort of thing, and I posted it on my Instagram actually yesterday, but last night I made this like really easy but really good garlic bread from scratch. That makes it sound like super fancy, but it's just pretty much like a cob loaf with like this homemade garlic butter, which was really, really good. And I didn't put parsley in it because I hate parsley. unless it's in garlic bread. But if I was making it, I didn't want to put it in. But anyway, so I went to the grocery store first and got 2 of these, they call them like cob loaves, Vienna loaves here, but it's like, it looks like sourdough, but it isn't. So I got 2 of those. And I also got my guilty pleasure, mint arrow. And then at the market, I just got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 punnets of cherry tomatoes because they're my favorite. Before my friend's barbecue tonight, I've got some time. So on my website, I've got a recipe for air fryer chocolate chip cookies, and they're really good. So many of you have made them, but I want to experiment with them again and tweak them just a little bit because I want them to be a little bit thinner and a little bit more soft in the middle while being crisp on the outside. But I'm going to do a trial version first in the oven, and then I do it in the air fryer if it works out well in the oven. If it doesn't work out how I think it will, I don't know if you can hear QB doing zoomies up and down. Anyway, if they turn out really well in the oven, they are then perfect to be air fried. So let's see how it goes. So I made these a little bit small, but the texture is there, and I've got 2 that I'm gonna just taste now. I changed it up a little bit. I actually reduced the sugar, but increased the chocolate chips. I'm gonna put salt on one of them just to see how it's gonna be. I'm gonna try the one that doesn't have salt in it and just make sure it's sweet enough. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. So I reduced the sugar by ½ a cup, which in cookies is quite significant, but I doubled the chocolate chips. So that means every bite is gonna have some chocolate in it. So it kind of, you don't need that extra sugar. That was amazing. I'm gonna try one now with the salt on it. Oh my god. That is so good, and it's so much better with the salt. Putting it on the other one as well. In an interesting turn of events, we're actually driving back to the studio house at the moment because one, it's the final inspection, which you usually have 7 days before you close on a property. But actually we have expedited things and we are getting the keys tomorrow instead of next Friday. So everything's moving super fast. We're driving back down there. We're gonna just make sure everything's in place and also get some measurements because we need a fridge, we need a washer, we need a dryer. I think those are the main electrical things that we need. But yeah, it's gonna be really, hopefully, like ready to move into sooner than we thought. So I showed you the bunch of snacks that we got for the very long drive back home. It's actually not super long because we're going past my dad's place to pick up Cupie, who spent the night there last night because we've got a work trip coming up in a couple of weeks' time, and Cupie is so used to being with us at home that we had to see how he is when someone looks after him in a different location. So yeah, so going to pick him up from my dad's place, and I thought, why don't I use this time to taste test that Mars bar cookie. So it looks like that. They're tiny. The packaging definitely makes it look a lot bigger. So let's see how it is.
In 200 meters, enter the roundabout.
It definitely tastes like a Mars bar. I don't know if you can see the center there. I mean, I like it. It's nice, but it's also a bit weird because I'm so used to eating it as a candy bar.
Go into the roundabout and take the second exit.
Don't think I'll buy it again though. Hey guys, so back again now, and I thought, because of the turn of the events of how soon we're actually having to set up the studio house, I actually got a bunch of stuff delivered from Amazon. Confession, I did a 30-day Amazon Prime trial because I generally don't use Amazon ever. Being in Australia, it's not the same as Amazon US. Maybe one day we'll get to that, maybe not. But I did get the trial to get a bunch of stuff really quickly. So I thought I would show you everything that we are getting for the studio house. Let's unpack. So cutlery, which is a must. Dinnerware set, a NutriBullet, every morning a smoothie, glasses, the Pyrex mixing bowls, which I thought there was only one of, and I got 3, so I am rotating 2 of them. 2 pizza oven trays, and these are the ones that have the holes at the bottom, like I showed you in the last video. They're great for making cookies. 2 baking trays, a kitchen scale for a lot of the recipes. I'm trying to be more accurate, and I kind of want to slowly provide more gram measurements instead of like cups and tablespoons. So this has been a savior. Oh gosh, a meat thermometer. It is a game changer. I've got a lot of meat recipes on my website, a lot of steaks, a lot of chicken. This is your best friend. A kettle, which is a must. In here is the pots and pans. I got a BPA free one because that's really important. And I don't really want to unbox it because I feel like they've origamied it really well to make sure nothing sort of happens. Nespresso machine. I need my coffee every day, and I've recently been making iced lattes, and I found a really good way to do it with an espresso machine. Overnight oats containers. A toaster, silver toaster, a soda stream, but I just realized it's not by the typical soda stream that you get. It's a Philips one, but it's silver or white, and that's the color scheme. So we are at the studio house now. We got the keys this morning. So we're gonna go and slowly set it up. Fit in as much as I could in my car. So while it's a bit empty, I might give you a little bit of a tour. So Cupie's making himself right at home. Aren't you? You're loving it. So obviously that's the garage. This is the outside of it. So there is a lap pool at the front, which was an added bonus. Didn't really have an intention of getting a place that had a pool, seeing as I don't know how that is related to work, but it'll be good during breaks to, oh, there he is, during some breaks to come and, yeah, have a bit of a swim. This is the outside of it. And this is the kitchen area. So we asked the previous owners, they sold us these bar stools because we really like them and the color worked really well. But this is where we're going to be doing lots of filming. Big white kitchen island, which is perfect. We have to get a fridge, which is on the books for today. This is really great. The white will bounce really well for filming. These cupboards obviously can fit lots of stuff. This is the other side, which of course is really good for when we get like a big camera crew or getting like the cameras and stuff set up here. There's a lot of space. And then this one, we are gonna put a TV here, I think. And where I'm sort of standing now, we'll put a couch. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm just gonna go back a bit. There's a lot of room here. And this is a bedroom. And that is what I wanna show you, which is the internet. The most important thing to set up. Even more important than like hot water and stuff. This is a bathroom. So this is the sort of like living room, outdoor area, but you can obviously lift up the blinds. Let's see if I can do it. There we go. This is going to be great for lots of grilling recipes. And this will be like the dining table, some chairs there. So obviously this opens up, which is really great for summer and really great for photography when I want like the natural light and stuff come in. But when it gets cool at night, we can close them. And this is the outdoor area at the back. And there's a random spa there. The previous owners had a spa and they left it here, which is great. We're gonna put the smoker here. Which would be a really nice sort of thing to put. Okay, another bathroom. That is a tiny bathtub. So I'm back from, I went to the gym and I also went to the grocery store specifically to get a bunch of these very interesting flavored hot cross buns, because gone are the days where you get your classic hot cross bun with raisins in it or sultanas, and maybe if you're being a little bit fancy you might get the one with chocolate, but no. Australia is being a bit odd. So I got the 4 most interesting ones to try. Starting with Vegemite and cheese. I suggest you watch my previous video where I talked a little bit about Vegemite and how I really actually like it. But for a hot cross bun, like even I have my doubts. This one is really random, but it's Iced VoVo. So these are a type of cookie that we have here in Australia. It's like, oh, they've got a picture of it. So I probably should have bought a pack of the cookies myself, but they're, how do I describe it? They're just sort of like a plain sweet cookie, like not a graham cracker, like a coffee milk biscuit sort of thing. And they've got like this like frosting on top, like a vanilla sort of frosting, but it's colored pink. And it's also got raspberry jam and shredded coconut. And as a kid, I really, really liked it. I am very intrigued about how this is gonna be made into a hot cross bun, but we will try that. Then I went to Baker's Delight, which is a chain bakery here, like a really good quality chain bakery here, but it's like everywhere. They're everywhere. And they had, it smells really good. It's a sticky date pudding hot cross bun. It doesn't really smell. It smells like a cinnamon roll. So we'll see how that one goes. And then I got a apple and cinnamon hot cross bun, which I feel like is the least intriguing out of all of them, and one that I would probably eat every day for breakfast because it's sort of like fruit toast or raisin toast sort of thing, and I feel like apple and cinnamon is a really good combo to begin with. Give me 1 second because I think I might have done that wrong. Okay, I lied. That is the sticky date. Even though it doesn't, I can see dates coming out of it, and that is the apple and cinnamon. The one that smells like a cinnamon roll, which makes sense because it's got cinnamon in it. All right, I'm gonna try the Iced VoVo first, and I just opened it. It kind of smells like raspberry jam, but not like a nice one. Okay, so I microwaved it. It smells a lot better when it's microwaved, and I think it's white chocolate. It's white chocolate pieces in the middle of that, I guess. It smells a lot better when it's warmed up, but it still smells really artificial. So as per the instructions, I'm just cutting them in half. Doesn't look anything special, but I'm just gonna put some butter on it. Just put like a little bit. I mean, it's okay. I definitely get the shreds of coconut, and it's sweet. And it is white chocolate in there, but it's not like a good white chocolate. It tastes really artificial, and the raspberry jam tastes pretty artificial too. I'm not sure what I was expecting from it. Okay, we're moving on to the sticky date. I just microwaved it, and it doesn't smell any more like sticky date than it did when I didn't microwave it. It's creepy. This definitely tastes better than Iced VoVo, maybe because dates are better mixed into a traditional hot cross bun than raspberry jam and white chocolate. When I bite into it, it definitely tastes like dates. I don't know where the sticky part's coming in, but it's okay. Let's try the apple and cinnamon one. All right, here we go. You Cupie, who really wants some of this one too. It tastes a little bit of apple. It tastes a little bit of apple. It's okay. All right, so now those were all super sweet, so I'm ready to do the Vegemite ones, which I'm actually most excited about because it's Vegemite and cheese, which is a really good combo to begin with. Ooh, it smells like a cheese roll. I kind of grew up eating cheese rolls. Wow, these are dense. I'm gonna heat it up. Oh, some cheese there. Wow. This is honestly, and not maybe because I'm biased that I love Vegemite, but this is the best out of all four of them. The dough has a really subtle Vegemite flavor, but you get like a little bit of the cheese as well on top. It's not overpowering, and I think this would taste even better if I added, like slathered some Vegemite on it. So this is a bit of an updated tour while we have a bit more furniture in place. I say that as we've got like 2 boxes that need to be unpacked and dismantled, and we've got little Cupid there all set up. But this is the master bedroom. And this is the mock desk / walking pad. Where productivity is going to happen until we have something a bit better sorted. This is the walk-in closet. Internet's going to be set up on Monday. This is the bathroom. We're clearly unpacking here. And this is the most important chocolate jar, the candy jar. We got a washer and dryer. Cupid's food. This needs to be done up, but another bedroom. Oh, it's a TV. This is another bedroom, but we're going to change the bedspread and make it match the room a little bit better. And the study, which is getting there. So I'm actually going to end this vlog here. Since we got the keys to this new place, been slowly setting it up, there is still a fair bit to do, but I will save that for another video. Thank you so much for watching. I know that this is all over the place. I really want to use these vlogs to give you more of behind the scenes, what's been happening, because I feel that personal connection is so important, and I always reiterate this on Instagram and even Facebook and stuff, that, you know, having you as part of the Big Man's World community, and having you, you know, even watching this or interacting with me on Instagram or even Facebook, that's the most important thing for me. It's something that I don't take for granted, and I think by making these videos, I hope it sort of makes it more relatable, I guess, but giving you more of an insight. So you might be across the world, you might be in America or the UK or Egypt or United Arab Emirates. And while I can't get on a plane right now and have a conversation with you or get to know you as a follower or as a friend, this is the next best thing. But yes, if you do enjoy this, please do subscribe so you'll be notified every time a new video goes up. I'm going to start adding more recipe ones again soon. We've got a backlog of them, but these have just been more fun and more interesting to sort of do. I'll see you on the next one, which, depending on the time, will be a little bit exciting because I'm actually going to LA next week for work, or depending on when this video goes, the first week of March, I'll be in LA. So I'm going to do an LA and San Francisco vlog, and yeah, sprinkle some recipes too. So I'll see you guys next time.